We've all heard the generational buzzwords: baby boomers, Gen Y, Gen Z, and the millennials. They're not just ways to tease the younger generations. It's a way of describing the evolving attitudes, challenges, and opportunities of each new batch of humans every 25 years or so. It's the reason we don't do the things the same way our parents did. Times have changed, and with it, so does the skills and knowledge to raise the next generation of kids, Generation Alpha. So who is Generation Alpha, and how can we better understand, nurture, and prepare them for adulthood? Are you a parent of a soon-to-be teenager? Are you a tween trying to make sense of growing up? Or are you looking for ways to better understand raising kids? If so, you're on the right channel. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss our new videos every Thursday. Now let's jump straight in. Who are Generation Alpha? Generation Alpha are the children of today's millennials, born between 2010 and 2024, and they're taking over. By 2025, there will be 2 billion alphas in the world, and by the time they're adults, they will make up the most globally influential generation to have ever lived. So, they're just kids. Well, millennials are both the parents of Generation Alpha, and they also represent the largest group of consumers currently alive. So what will this next generation of kids be like? The kids of today are expected to be the most technology literate, educated, globally connected, socially conscious, accepting, diverse, and materially endowed generation that has ever lived. They are the future's social media and pop culture influencers. They're expected to both live longer and leave the nest later than previous generations. Consider them screenagers, with the majority growing up with screens in front of their faces before they could even talk. They live in a world where AI, the internet, and technology is the norm. Award-winning social researcher Mark McCrindle predicts that the AI and the technology available today and into the future will lead to an unprecedented rise in creativity, education, and self-care, with Generation Alpha spending more time exploring their passion, prioritizing mental wellness, and seeking education for the simple joy of learning. It's expected that they'll be geared towards visual learning and will create a more accepting and diverse society than the one we presently live in. They are currently and will continue to shape and transform the way we work, learn, shop, socially connect, and play. So with the good, there has to be a few challenges. What are the challenges? Researchers have found that developing children who are exposed to excessive screen time can experience an underdevelopment of language, literacy, and cognitive skills. The virtual world will be an unrealistic and unhealthy escape that is deeply entangled in their identities, personal development, education, self-worth, and self-esteem. Today, we have the luxury of Googling answers to any questions we may have, and while you can find almost anything online, the access to an unsupervised wealth of knowledge beyond their years can have varied effects. On one hand, alphas develop into free thinkers and nonconformists at an early age. This is simultaneously a positive and a negative. As children, they now have access to an infinite number of perspectives and information instantly at their fingertips. Gen Alpha are uppagers, and researchers predict that the onset of adolescence will start earlier. They'll reach physical maturity and commence social, education, and psychological development earlier than ever before. What do you think will be the biggest challenge Generation Alpha will face in the future? And what's the best way to help? Let us know in the comments section below, or keep watching to find out how to better understand Generation Alpha. Tips for raising Gen Alpha. Knowing the personality traits and challenges of Generation Alpha means that we can better prepare to guide them through adolescence. First things first, you gotta keep up to date with the latest tech. The digital world changes and evolves in the blink of an eye, and it's so important that we as parents stay relevant so that we can keep ahead of the latest Tide Pod challenge or viral blue whale video. Secondly, make sure your own digital footprint is clear from any offensive or inappropriate content. This means doing a social media scrub. Posts, pictures, and videos. If you uploaded it, it's only going to be a matter of time before your children find it. Nothing is sacred or private anymore, and we are yet to truly understand the long-term ramifications for our children from our online behavior. Oversharing and bad online etiquette today could potentially impact your child's future career, admission to educational institutions, or be content for use by online bullies. The internet and social media are expected to dominate Generation Alpha's intellectual, emotional, and social development. They will strive for peer and social acceptance through social media, and it will be measured by likes and comments. The online and virtual world will still be a haven for bullies who can harass, intimidate, and publicly shame our kids just for a few likes. For these reasons, it's crucial that you help your child to understand how to responsibly and safely navigate and interpret the virtual world. For more information on the impact of social media and cyberbullying, watch our video in the description below. Despite an iPad or mobile phone being the 21st century's greatest babysitter, the most recent research by the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends reduced screen time to prevent from developmental deficiencies. Children under 18 months should have no screen time at all, and between the ages of 2 to 5, kids should be exposed to less than 1 hour per day of high-quality programming with parents watching along. Even though alphas grow up fast, don't forget to encourage them to be children while they still are children. Encourage them to go outside, be involved in sports, and develop interests that are rooted in the physical world. A lot of parents will unknowingly rob their alpha children of their childhood by having a strong focus on educational development and extracurricular activities as early as 3 years old. Remember how we cringed through US pageant moms on reality TV? Today's equivalent is posting your child's every achievement online for your own acceptance and validation. We must remember to not use our children as tools to pacify our own insecurities. Today's kids will be weird and wonderful, but with your help, they'll grow up to be happy, healthy, and prepared for this brave new world. That's all we have on Understanding Generation Alpha in 2021. Please like this video if you learned something new. If you're a mom or dad of an alpha, this channel has all the info to help you raise better tweens and teens. Or if you're an alpha yourself, there's so much to learn. Click on the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with our content that drops every Thursday. Until next time, thank you for watching.